question, where was her husband? Where was Kamala's husband? He might just stick out like a sore thumb in the church amongst them black people.
Right.
Like, where was he? Like, at least, Barack Obama had, what's her name?
Michelle.
Michelle with him. Wherever he went to them black churches. She was there.
Right.
Understand? Like, she didn't bring it her family.
Yeah, because they want to make sure. I'm sorry, now go ahead and answer. I'll be so mad. I was ready to ask y'all the same thing.
No, not General Jerry. You go ahead, please, sir, because, you know what I mean? I might be here to the surface. You can, I want to hit the surface.
Not you, brother. You ain't hit no surface. Go on, drop. I'll come behind you.
Come on, concert. It's almost to the point where I was, you know what I mean? Like, that should be a red flag for black people. Like, you know what I mean? You should be trying to show black people, care about family.
Yeah.
Care about family. You have your, you know what I mean, you have your adopted kids, you know what I mean, your Caucasian man, but bring him along. But no, that's a red flag. And you know how black people is. It's almost like, well, if you're black, then why you have a black man? Like, I have a black man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like, you know what I mean, like they're really trying to play that politics.
Yeah.
You see Donald Trump go to his rally, his wife, his kids right there with him.
Right.
Right there, sitting down behind him.
They made sure they moved him out the way to make sure they were staging it right every time she got in the black people's face.
Right.
That dirty, stinking East Indian had an ounce of morality. She would get up there before black people in a black church and say, look, black woman, stick with your black man. Stick with the man that gave you them children. I never had a black man. I got a white man, but I stick with him and his white babies.
Yeah.
And she should get up there and say, oh, you black woman that think you need to shy off from having your babies and go out there and not committed to no black man. Don't believe the lie. That's the lie that they're teaching you so that you will not get together with your black man and have babies together. She should say, look at me. I'm vice president of the United States, and I married a white man with his own 3 kids. I went and helped another man with his kids. If I could do it with a white man, certainly y'all could do it with a black man.
That's right.
That's right.
Black man will take away your. Y'all get my point.
Yeah,
that's what she should have did. Right. She would have got the black vote then. Black man would have been ready to try for it. You understand? Like, but the problem is America don't want to put no bridle on black women. Black women got to be all knowing, all seeing, all understanding, all right about everything, and black men got to be little silly boys that just need to be straightened out, screamed at by their moms. And that's who they are. Like, that's the problem. And so she could never say that. But black men had the courage to break from her, and thank God they did, because now they may just get on the path to doing something for themselves.
That's
right. Changes the game.
Come on, cuz. It's a lot.
I just want to jump on. Go ahead,
It's a lot, if I could, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Captain. I thought I didn't know you were done, sir.
No, I'm done.
It's so heavy you brought up the issue of family, being a family and motherhood, because that's one of the talking points that Donald Trump and the Republican Party used. They said you have this woman here who don't have children of her own, telling you about abortion and telling you about this, but we promote family over here. We promote. The evangelicals hit it hard with white women, and black women were foolish to believe that you had a coalition or you were white adjacent in this political campaign. And lo and behold, the white woman chose white supremacy over gender. They chose white supremacy over body autonomy.
Yeah.
And the polls is coming out, and a lot of black women now you upset. Once again, you want to put it on the black man. Hey, what happened to that coalition that you had of all women, the white women? You know what I'm saying? They chose their man. They chose. That's why the Bible said. The Bible is so heavy. It said every beast loveth his life. You can't expect these people to side with you on political issues or stand with you in some kind of woman crusade. They're going to side with their husbands. You say you're strong and all this other stuff, but you're not as strong You're not as strong as you think you are. You're not as strong. You need a man. You need your man with you, and you can do more than being separate and try to go on this woman crusade, this feminist garden. So they found out the hard way that they gonna choose their man every time. So
was you gonna jump in?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if I may, sir, the brothers jumping heavy. It's just like, those women who black women thought was gonna go in there and vote for, Kamala Harris went right in there and voted for Trump.
Yes.
They played like, oh yeah, I'm liberal. Like me, sister girl.
Yeah.
They went right for Trump.
Push the red button. All the way down the line.
And it was a weak strategy to think you was going to convince women, white women, to vote for an East Indian and put her in the White House over a white man, and she's in the bed with a white man. Your dumb ass believed it because you're in the bed with the so-called Jew and his babies. So of course she believed it. But the problem is the black woman ain't been taught. Look, stick with your man. That's how you go further in life. That man in the house with you. The white woman she knew the last minute the white woman said car notes, mortgages, kids in school. Now damn that. Trump, damn that. You understand? She like what she got, why would she cut her man's throat? You understand? Just cause Kamala Harris say so? Right. That bullshit. Ain't nobody that stupid except you know who. Well, there's one demographic kind of slipping in their sensibility that need to learn and get a wake-up call. Stick with your brother, man. Stick with your brother.
That's right.
Don't let some baby killer come tell you to abandon your brothers and set yourself up. You gonna let some woman who don't got no black kids at all, raising white kids, she ain't tell the white man you gotta tell your ex-wife to kill these babies. This bitch went and took care of another white woman's baby and telling you to kill your baby.
That's right.
My God. Go ahead,
Well, what you, General, you hitting, hey, it's a missile. Look, it's so bad. Now they hitting the replay button. You dropping it so heavy, they hitting the replay. They say, okay, like you said, with them going to the church. There's a reason that she didn't have her husband with her on the campaign as much.
Yeah.
There's a reason that she didn't, because you're trying to put this pro-black orbit around her.
Yep.
But having the white husband and the white children, it would destroy that narrative.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. It would destroy it.
That's right.
So it's so heavy. And once again, that's what people got to understand. Politics, man. You know what I'm saying? Political science is still a science. And they're trying to use it on you, like General said, like witchcraft. They're using it. Once again, we know. And she didn't even bring her East Indian mother around, I don't believe. He didn't bring her East Indian side. They went a traditional God to the New Birth Baptist Church.
He wouldn't scare curry nowhere.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I saw the red hot, but I didn't see the red dot. I saw the red hot sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here we are. And then now, black women now are upset because you voted blue and you woke up seeing red.
Oh.
It's going right now, Commander General. The water for you for bringing it out. So
Both times, y'all brought it up. Well, not Gazelle brought it up. It just hit when y'all brought it out. It was like, yes. Like, it was shameful, man. All right, okay. Let's get to the tapes, shall we? All right. Let's go to the black bullshit. Excuse my French. Let's go there. All right. Let me get some shout outs in there. Big shout out to Officer Hawar. Big shout out to Taza War from Yum holding us down. Dakota Israel. Big shout out to you. UPK Baker. What's going down? Shout out to you. Arapah, Howard up. Big shout out to you. Y'all smart about Bashimi out shine sis. Okay, who else I got up in the bill? Shabaya Allah. Big shout out to you. Adolfo Last. Big shout out to you. Obed, you've been running up all inside our chat room. Big shout out to you. Shapat the Walk. Big shout out to you. Adolfo's Last. I think I got you. Malakwat. What's going on? Shapat the Walk I got. Shabaya Allah. I think I got you as well. Obed, nothing new under the sun. What's going down? Shalom, the trooper Halaka Mun holding us down. Let me get up here a little further. Picard Bun Rubin going down up there. Where you at, Reuben? Picard, where you at? What camp you in, bro? Kaya Dewan, Salaki. Kaya Dewan is killing them out there, man, in Jamaica with them videos. He got some head back.
That's right.
Man, check him out. Boy, he got some heavy ones up there on TikTok. Just the Hebrew, big shout out to you, Just the Hebrew. Makwalad, I think I got you earlier. Big shout out to you. Sharak Zahalak. What's going on, Hebrew? Kamadah, Yahawada, wonderful spirit sister. Sharak Zah, big shout out to you. Shabbat, Yaquab, Malak. Greg Neal, big fan. What's going on, man? Precinct Officer Mawad, I think I got you earlier. Mike, Michaela Benton, big shout out to you, sis. Yahweh Shemal Chanel shout all the way out from Sacramento, holding it down. Jacob Israel up in the building, going up further. Just the Hebrew, I think I got you. War, I got you. Tazaliah up in the building with us. Big shout out to Sister Tazaliah, man, woman found, helping us build Israelites through the UPK. Simple Lock, holding us down up here in the building. That's General Muhammad's way. Holding us down in the building. Did I miss anybody? Black Dazzle, what's going on? Crystal G, what's going on? Anybody else? Big shout out to General Hazayan, Haz Bun Bun Yum Yum. Holding down. Is that General Haz? Big shout out to General Haz up in the building, holding us down. Cat Mariana came through, holding it down. What's going on, Cat? Come on, join us up here, man. We got a shit. You ain't staying? Come on, jump up here and jump up here in one of these seats up here, all right? Another cap up in the building, man. And y'all can chime in too. My main man here always got us covered in the building, man, holding us down. All right, in the building. Everybody jumping in on this here. Ayan Pakwak, I think I got you right. Wrong out. If I did, forgive me for it. I'm going up, I'm almost done. Chief Quam holding us down. Anybody I forgot all the way on the bottom, I'm going back to the bottom real quick. See if I catch anybody else that jumped in and chimed in up in the building with us. Mawa Quad, the Midwest monster of mayhem in the building. Hillbilly Mosley up in the house. Young man Kev up in the house. General Gatham Gavar, Anthony Miller, holding us down up in here. Hopefully, we gonna run a little bit. We might run to about 11:30 because I just can't stop talking to you. I go in. I ain't mad at you. Finish the take tomorrow. But we Cat Mario up in the building with us. They came to join us with the other captains from all around. Everybody chiming in. Now we going to the Black Summit because we got to bust it down. So Officer Marab is going when you ready, we gonna get into it. Pull me that go down my list and give me the next scripture you got on that list. I'll drop that in the meantime, and we'll you got to book up the water, and we'll give it out. Once again, give a big shout out to Officer Marab, man. We definitely keep up keeping us in the game. We thankful to the Lord for him. Doing what he did for man. And Hebrew Dave, what's up? Thumbs up for you. Where we going with it? What you got out? What you holding? You ready? All right, let's ride. Check this out, fam. Y'all check this out.
This is the most consequential election in generations. This time for us, it may actually be true. When was the last time America asked black men what we want? And I know what it's like to not be asked what you want. I'm married to a black woman. But I promise you, it's not a trick question. Tonight, we're going to explore the issues that matter to us. Now, whether you support Kamala, ride with Trump, or plan to stay home, let's have a real conversation among us, black men, about what's really at stake in this election. This is the DET Black Men Summit. Let's get to it.
Black men, as you know, are a closely watched voting bloc.
I'm speaking to men directly.
On a major party ticket as a DEI hire.
I didn't know she was black. The polling shows that some black men are considering voting for Donald Trump.
Black men are like any other voting group. You gotta earn their vote.
Tonight, with the future of America on the ballot, BET is bringing together an extraordinary group of black men to elevate their voices for real talk about the issues they say are most important in this election. The state of the economy, economic opportunity, reproductive rights,
clips, because he had minute marker clips that was insane. They hit right on the point. Now trust me, you're gonna want to hear it, and you definitely gonna want to chime in. The team gonna want, everybody gonna want to chime in on these.
I'm gonna chime in now.
Go ahead.
Just the fact that he's talking is an issue.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at the definition of like a comedian, like in ancient times, they would be a fool.
Yeah.
Like a fool, a court jester that would get up there and be like the hat with the three balls.
Yeah.
That's the person that we see right now that's telling us who we should vote for as a political candidate.
They gave Beyonce, I heard $10 million. She went up there high and said, Kamala Harris, that's what they saying on TikTok. They like, she went up there high, they dressed the other broad up like a dyke. You know what I mean? Just to make sure all the dykes felt comfortable in the room.
Yes, sir.
And brought her up there, man, and she looked high as a kite. And told her, introduce Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris came in there. They had her check for $10 million. They said the minute Beyonce walked off the stage, bitches start filing out the damn thing. This was a shameful show of what happened, man. All right, let's get it in.
Go ahead. I was telling Candace Iowa earlier today that me personally, the reason I'm glad Kamala Harris lost is because all of the pandering with the celebrities.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you bring out Glorilla,
Yeah.
Beyonce, Destiny's Child, Megan Thee Stallion, and you communicating to me that the only reason I'll vote for you is if Glorilla come out and dance.
Damn.
The only reason I vote for you is if Beyonce tells me to, as if she knows anything about politics or research anything, anything about that will communicate to me, oh, she knows who I should vote for.
Yeah.
So like you tell me you think I'm done.
Yeah.
You tell me you think I'm done. And the only reason I will ever vote, be motivated to get at the house and vote to the polls is the Glorilla.
Right.
There's some 23-year-old girl from Memphis. That's why I'm gonna come out and vote because she should have behind. So now I'm so enamored. And you must vote for me.
You rushing the poll. You going to poll believer. Black Dazzle said the pandering was extremely insulting. So I just go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty. You insult me. You insult me that you think that's why I vote. Like, have somebody that's smart. Like, oh, Cornel West, I was somebody.
Yeah. That was the thing. She had no weighty of people on the campaign. No power. There wasn't even. The only one was Obama and his wife. Other than that, I didn't see too many heavyweights come out there and say anything. So like,
Everybody that came out was on the Diddy list.
that's
That's
what was wrong. Now I see why they say that. They was worried about the Diddy. I guess the part, she said, no part. She must have told them, I need a check, but no part. I ain't getting in there.
And so like you said,
Go ahead.
it's such a joke too in a way, whereas you look at you're on YouTube, you're looking at certain news, they're making fun of Donald Trump supporters. Because they're saying dumb stuff. You know what I mean? You put him right in a Donald Trump supporter face that wearing that MAGA hat and ask him any questions, he is saying the most dumbest thing you could ever hear.
MAGA.
What they doing is putting light in these black women faces, asking them why you're voting for why would you put your vote for Kamala Harris? And let's see what they say. But it's the media. Media and the whole, what they're pushing, behind that media is just to keep black people destroyed in this place.
Right.
You know what I mean? And lost as can be. Right. And the same thing with Barack Obama. I remember he was in DC, he was having camp in DC. And I believe it was you one of the journalists asked, what you voted, why you voted for Barack Obama? and all I can say, he black. None of his policies,
Yeah.
nothing, nothing was, anything.
He's filling us with hope.
Yeah. And now Kamala come and all they could, that are wrong to say is what, abortion.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
you're a joke.
if I could, sir. And they're so heavy that,
If you could think.
like,
Go ahead, Al.
no, I just like if I could, they didn't really have anybody qualified, and the Democrats, they're regretting right now by not letting Joe Biden, they regret that decision of not letting Joe Biden run because of this whole fallout. And once again, it fractured that Democratic Party. I think we've reached a watershed moment with identity politics now. On this game is up. As far as them just pandering to black people and just, having this veil of blackness, it's done with now. Because this right here, this is a heavy blow. I think the Republicans that took the Senate, and I think possibly as well as the House, and they control the Supreme Court. So this right here, I think they said the only time this happened is probably they named another country. They named Poland when it happened, I believe, when they took that many seats. You know what I'm saying? One party. You know what I'm saying? When they say as far as balance of power.
Yeah.
This right here is showing, like, once again, that these people here, and she didn't really want to have. I don't think they didn't really want to have anybody that really knew what they were talking about because they would eclipse her in the campaign. Because what did she say? She didn't even say anything about any policy. Say anything. You know what I'm saying? But and then how you gonna come up against Donald Trump with people who are, it's religious with them. They willing to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Go ahead, Slav, yeah.
No, that was it, sir. I just wanted to bring that point out. You know what I'm saying, with the whole thing with the Democratic Party. Because this is a fallout that's happening right now with them behind closed doors. They're not really talking about it, but they play the blame game in there too as well.
That's why I thought it was so right for black men to move like they move, because if for the first time these idiots got to actually act like we are human beings. We got to actually act, and now you should hear all the outtakes on Fox News. They all saying, well, the black, he doubled the amount that the average Republican gets in black votes. Double the amount of black male votes. Stand 15% is the usual. He got 28% of the black. That's a lot of the black vote for out and out white supremacists. You understand? That's a big damn number. So now they realize, oh snap, if we want to win the black vote on the Democratic side, we're going to have to really do something. And the Republicans are now saying, we got a real shot here to gain and increase this black vote. No, thank you. To gain and increase this black vote, which means they could even do better if they really focused on it. You understand? But of course, we know down the line, it doesn't matter who gets in office, we get the short end of the stick. What's beautiful about this is not so much that Donald Trump got on. Who gives a damn? We don't have white supremacists running these streets in a minute. You're going to hear about all the incidents. You're going to hear about all the altercations, all the incidents. They want to get loose with killing and slaughtering and brutalizing us because they're animals and killers by nature. So that's coming, and that's bad. But what's worse, in my eyesight anyway, I can't say for every situation, but in my eyesight, what's worse is the self-destruction we've allowed ourselves to have by putting our hope and trust in this no good Democratic Party that does egregious evil things to us. You understand? Like it's a pipeline of evil. You go from church to politics, or church to the entertainment world, and then you support wicked, evil politicians. And again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, are we as black people sitting around saying, a green pepper is $2.75? It's hard to get groceries out here, but we can't lose our right to kill these babies.
Right.
We can't lose that.
Right.
Like, come on, man. And all of you stupid, dumb black women in church that allowed that nonsense to go on, well, welcome to your judgment, man. welcome, because everything from here on out under the white supremacists is your dummy damn fault. Your fault. Okay? I'm a back up off of that Rob play the tapes if I could, y'all. Bear with us for a second, so Rob got some good clips in there. Y'all got to hear some of this stuff. I'd be missed if we left up out of here without letting y'all hear some of this nonsense, man. Because it's gonna give you a real good insight in how they don't respect our brain at all. They don't respect black men's brain. And here's the sad part. They know black men is the solution. The solution to the whole black community problem is having black men in the right mind to be this great, this cheap, you understand? When is stupid Christians in the church gonna realize women never led a nation nowhere but to the toilet bowl? They never ran no nation, never set up no nation, never built an empire. They never did none of that. But meanwhile, you trying to marginalize men and make them insignificant, and it's the reason you will never fix anything without putting them back in charge. But that day is coming out here. Go ahead, Rob. Watch that thing.
Specifically, people who said she locked up thousands of black men. And to tell you the truth and full disclosure, I fell for that. And I had a meeting with the vice president. She asked me to do something simple, which is to actually look at a record. And I looked, and she was in fact not what I imagined or professed. And I think that I felt like a lot of young black men felt when you see these systems and these agencies just running roughshod over black men, and you can't believe that anybody who represented that agency would be any different. That's not to make an excuse. Obviously, I should have done my research. And by the way, research isn't doing things to edify your perspective. Research is about challenging what you believe. It's not about So we're gonna check out that perception in a minute, whether it's still out there. And we sent, of course, Vic Mensa to North Carolina to find out just that. Let's go to check.
Peace, y'all. This is Vic Mensa. You know me from Chicago, but I'm here in Charlotte, in the swing state of North Carolina, to speak to black men about the issues that are important to us in this election. Let's go.
I think the artsy was
nice. That was a nice word. The artsy one. That was a nice, smooth word. Like, come on, go ahead. Play it a little more. He said the artsy. He tried to lower on his dumb ass. Go ahead. Do it, all right. Go ahead.
Do you think there are reasons that some black men have an aversion to supporting Kamala Harris?
A lot of misinformation. We have, the things that was done, track record in California. A lot of people have ran with that.
Harris has a track record of doing certain things to black men or just the black community as a whole. That's over Donald Trump. So once again, I'm up in the air.
What misinformation have you heard as it pertains to this current election and candidates?
When it comes to Kamala Harris, they say we're not going to vote for her. But one of the reasons they say they won't vote for her is because she threw thousands of black men in jail for, marijuana cases.
How we consume information now is more so in a bite-sized way. So a lot of times you get the sensationalization of what they put out there first, and people just hold on to that and don't necessarily do the research.
Like, if you just do the research, it's far from the truth. You have a phone, you can Google it.
Do you think there are unfair judgments that black men are uneducated with their votes?
You say uneducated? I'll say to a degree, yeah, to a degree. But I would say uninterested would be.
And Johnson, now, Brother Johnson, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not as dumb as I think I am sometimes, but why was I so susceptible to it? Why did I believe something that caused such harm? Even now, some of the things they're saying, I'm sure I had a hand. I mean,
paying your bills on time raises your credit score.
I was going to ask, did they say that, how many, what's the truth? Like, how many black men did she actually?
Yeah, of course they did. Because she definitely locked up thousands. San Francisco, she was the district attorney in San Francisco. And not only did she lock up black men, but what she did was so evil. she locked up the parents of children that were truant. And she locked up the parents of these children that were truant to make money for the state. That's what it did. And that ain't even come up as an issue yet. You want a commercial already? I'll play a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Like, that's what she did. She went in there, and these people said, I lost my job because I was 3 days in jail. You understand? I lost my home. Like, she wrecked black people's families to make herself look good and tough and strong as a DA, and locked up tons of black men. Go ahead. And kept black men in prison because the state needed them to make money. They delayed letting her, she delayed letting them out. Go ahead, they released it. Go ahead,
Salaki, General.
Go ahead,
If I could, and we are the only people who, like how he counted numbers. He said, well, yeah, she didn't lock up thousands of black men. As if to say, you know, it wasn't thousands, it was a little bit of black men. So that's okay. Like, we the only race of people where you could violate us in a little bit and it'd be okay. Have this been Jewish people? 9/11 passed, when they blocked them towers, they didn't lock up no innocent, they lock up innocent Arabs and throw them in jail for nothing. They had them in that Guantanamo Bay with the war stuff, but they were safe to walk the streets of America. You get the point, the whole thing when the COVID come, when the Chinese people have the damn COVID, they give them protection. But we the only people who you could violate in a little bit, and it's like breaking a few eggs to make an omelet. Like, one innocent black man is one too many. What do you have? And it's like the same thing with the abortion. Like, you know, abort a little bit of babies. It's not like we aborting billions of black babies. Like, as long as it's us, they enjoy the luxury of just breaking us and, whatever, and moving on. As if to say, well, it wasn't thousands of black men. I did a little research, and one or two might have slipped through the cracks. Like, that's acceptable. Crazy.
None of it is acceptable. Anybody else want to jump in?
Good. Okay, this is, even outside of her, this is general. If you're a district attorney, and then I think I asked you was an attorney general, regardless of where you're at and what you're doing, you're gonna have to lock up a lot of black men if you're in any major city or state. And if you're blocking up at the number that they always do, some of them are gonna be unjust.
Yes.
Some of it is gonna be not the best of evil work.
Yes.
Some of it is gonna be somebody that's innocent going to jail. Somebody going to jail longer than you think they should, regardless of the situation.
Exactly.
And people vote for a DA or vote for an attorney general to lock people up. Like, nobody's voting for attorney general saying, I hope they let some people free.
Right.
I hope this DA, I hope all the black men free.
Right.
You vote for and say this person is going to lock up everybody.
Yes.
The streets are going to be safe now.
And you running, if I could add to what you like me to cut you off, but are you going to run because you want everybody to know I'm going to be the one? For those of you that want niggas locked up, vote for me. I'm going to lock niggas up. That's what you run on. Right or wrong. So it's a joke. You know what I mean? And of course, when you get D.L. Hughley, a whore, who was willing for a check, willing to twist the truth and try to blame black men. Once again, it's such abuse to blame black men for anything. You understand? Who've been in your custody for 400 years in this captivity.
Yeah.
What you saying is so right now. So keep going.
Salaki, General, if I may, sir.
Go ahead, please jump in.
Salaki Tucci, how about you get the sir?
What's going on with it?
Not much, sir.
Go ahead,
General, as I'm watching this is a clear-cut PSYOPs propaganda piece from the Kamala Harris campaign. This is every brother in the entire audience. Like I'm scanning and looking. Every last one of them brothers are part of what they call the black bourgeoisie or the elite. These are not a representation of your everyday black men, like in the UPK. These are black men who have, for a long time, detached themselves from identifying as black, have detached themselves from the concerns, the true concerns of the black community. And so to even put them on here is another slight to black men. And once again, to eliminate the confusion, those are black men. And they chose those black men on purpose to to somebody that's unaware, you'll say, well, these are black men speaking for black men. Those aren't black men that speak for, they don't consider themselves black men until it's time to be black. These are men that if they could, they would separate themselves from the community. They would marry white women or Asian women. They would have nothing to do with black. They stuck in their skin. These are these type of brothers. And so the perspective that they're going to give is not the perspective of brothers every day that are struggling, that are beat down into powder on the streets, and that are viewed as unintelligent. That's why Barack Obama said, y'all won't leave it up to Pookie and Ray Ray to vote. But Barack Obama is talking to that group of men about us, the regular black men. Salakia, sir.
Right. Damn right, Doc. Asen, forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Asen Moritz said they're doing anti-Trump protesting on the streets of Chicago tonight. Once again, you're going down the wrong path. Now you want to fight somebody. You lost.
Yeah.
Face it.
Now you won't
God
fight.
has spoken. And killing our babies is not on the agenda. You understand? Just go fix us. Like what we're doing in here tonight, this is what should be going on in the black community all across the country. Not trying to go fight somebody now because you lost. You're inviting more brothers and sisters to get harmed and hurt for no reason. Are you going to be there when, you know, the backlash comes for your stupidity because you too emotional to sensibly sit down and work out how we got to deal with our black community and what has happened to us? You ain't sensible enough to do that. So now you got to go and have a little effeminate fit and go out now and run on the streets and smash a few windows and pick up a few cars to try to express your anger over the vote. It's absolutely nothing but encouraging the entire Republican Party. You understand? And it's going to separate the win that you got in the Republican Party. Thank God black men got in there and actually voted for the Republicans, because maybe you might get a crumb from your master's table like Christ said. You understand? Maybe you might get your crumb that you're supposed to get, but go out there and get your crumb wasted, dumb.
That's right.
And listen, and you mad, let me tell you something. If you mad and angry out there because Kamala Harris lost, you should feel like a dummy because you went and listened to stupid black women in the church. You went and listened to loudmouth, dumbass black women in church, and you lost because you listened to them. Right. Now, don't be mad now. Let's make it right, man, among us. A lot. Damn right. You got another one? Who's talking?
Captain, hold on.
Bring him in. Audio only. Tell me when I'm good, when he's on. Go ahead, caller. Who's this? Modified Mafia. You here? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on? You got a comment or a statement?
No, I just chimed in. Kazak invited me, and I was listening. But I do want to put my cards on the table. I think one of the people that Kazak was just kind of identifying on his description just now of who's black brothers and who's not, I think I might fit his description, just being honest.
Okay, do you have a white woman?
Yes.
You have white children with this white woman?
Stepchildren, but I got a son that's mixed race.
Okay, it's not from this woman though.
No.
I got you. So what is your take on Kamala Harris and Donald Trump?
I'm a Trump supporter. Kazak is always in my live on TikTok. He knows that. I think that's why he invited me. Harris, my main problem with her wasn't if she's qualified or not. It was more about the democratic system. And then I know Kazakhstan.
What about the democratic system?
As far as the vote. And so I was just referencing, I know Kazakh says, hey, voting has never supported black folks. Just stay out of it. But if you do subscribe to that system, like I do, then how they just installed her and she didn't get, the people didn't get the primary vote to pick their candidate, I think that's a problem. That's the biggest problem I had.
Wait a minute. The biggest problem you had is that the people didn't get to pick their candidate. She was just pushed in with Joe Biden.
Yes.
Okay. And then let me ask you a question. How big on your list is her undying campaign against abortion, which is predominantly done in Black and Latino neighborhoods to the tune of 350,000 babies a year? What's your take on her position in that?
So just talking platform to platform, like Republican to Democrat, I'm pro-life, I'm registered Republican, and I always vote pro-life.
Are you outraged at the fact that she would even push that type of agenda?
Yes. Whether it was her or anybody else, yes.
Do you think abortion is a danger to the Black community?
Yes.
Well said, brother, well said. All right, well said. Thanks for calling, anybody? Yeah, thanks for calling, brother. No problem. All right, let's give Marag, you got another tape for us, Marag? We got a few more minutes in the game. No, I want to stick to that Black Summit if you got another clip for me. You got to play it from where we left off. You don't have another clip, another point. Can you jump right to that point? Oh, okay, go ahead. We'll play the commercial.
Our full motivator. It either paralyzes us or propels us. That law enforcement against Black men, it has been a long-standing fear from slavery forward. And so when you can tap into that vein and you can hear something that could have a kernel of truth, she was a state prosecutor. She was a local prosecutor. The kernel of truth of she are lining up with police officers who were not in our best interest, that's easy to accept as a reality. The concept of progressive prosecutors really came into being around 2015. And when more progressive prosecutors started getting elected across the country, we began to see more reforms locally. And she was a part of a lot of those conversations. California today is not California in 1992 when NWA was saying.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how.
Yeah, because I want to get to the meat of the witchcraft, how they talk about Black men being, pretty much brainwashed into this vote, if you can get it. They gave you minute markers at all? Yeah, just jump to each minute marker. We'll take a peek at it, and then we'll jump in. Anybody want to chime in the meantime? Please do. Go ahead.
When you dropped us on heaven, they said we brainwashed them when they got big company.
Right. Right.
Brainwashed, brother.
Done. I mean, they talk about us like a dog, really, in a nice way. In a nice ass way. Yeah, go back to him.
Yeah. Go back to him.
They get your minute marker for that?
Go back to him.
Y'all, I want y'all to listen to this witchcraft you about to hear. You about to hear some serious witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Witchcraft, y'all talking.
She locked up a whole bunch of Black men. Well, that's already been done. So what is it? Well, she's not Black. So what is it? What is it?
Turn it up a little bit. Y'all got to hear this part. This is you are hearing textbook witchcraft. Sorry about that.
Textbook witchcraft.
I'm gonna vote for a woman. the founders of Project 2025 really
witchcraft.
A woman, right, as president, right? And their women don't want a woman as president. That is not being held to the same standard. If, in fact, you are one of those individuals who believe that a woman should not be president, speak on it. So, like, if you're masking your sexism with, she locked up a whole bunch of Black men. Well, that's already been done. So,
like, that's witchcraft. You heard
that's witchcraft.
Say, I don't want no Black woman as president. Black men voted for a white woman to be president, Hillary Clinton. Right. So where the hell did that come from? That's some bullshit. Excuse my French. And the only reason they bringing that up is because they decided that's our problem. Right. They decided our problem is we got a problem with a woman being in charge, and he talking about speak on it. Speak on it. Why? So they can attempt to try to brainwash us out of that. When that ain't even the issue.
Right.
He's killing our babies. Go ahead, Al. Who's that?
Captain Hunt, sir.
Go ahead, Cap.
Captain Yadazak made a good point. He said the crazy thing is that black men did go out and support sisters. They support sisters all the time, and they still get blazed on online like they ain't do nothing. You got some black men that did go, like you look at them, but the way the feminists gonna put it, all the black men, it's because of the black men. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna just throw all the black men under the bus. You know what I'm saying? So,
and
that's how you said the witchcraft. Like you gonna let this, you know what I'm saying? You gonna just go with all black men. It's heavy.
Right. Like they gonna put once again, they gonna put a charge on black men. And now you're gonna have to vote for every black woman that run for the doggy house supervisor's job, because otherwise you're just a misogynist and against black women and blah blah blah. Let me tell you something about the demon that's in the Christian church hates black men. You're the enemy in the church. Homosexuals can prosper, lesbians can prosper, evil, loudmouth, rude-ass black women can prosper, but black men have to be in full self-control and curtailed in those churches. Okay? They brought them broads running them churches. And that's why half the men that's over the church is homosexual, because the women don't want a masculine man in the church to tell them what the hell they should be doing. That's what's going on. And if black men want any, you better get misogynistic if you want anything to happen in the black and Latino community. You better get very misogynistic. You better be ready to tell a woman to get in her place and out of the way of leading the nation. That's what God wanted. That's what man should want. Like, since they in the church claiming they're about God, shut your damn mouth now. Get in order now. Do what you're supposed to do as a woman and get out of men's business. Because you done made a mess of black America. You done made these preachers rich to the tune of $5 billion so they can go shovel it to politicians so they can push their homosexual agenda, so they can have a sodomite prancing through every damn church. And you sitting up there dumb and stupid as you can be while they convince you to kill your baby. You sitting up there not even understanding that it's all destroying us, starting with the black men. Black men need to stand up and get misogynistic. You understand? Not that a woman, we don't want to put a woman in office. Shoot. And let me tell you something else that they messed up on too, which was so right. We had to suffer. In the Israelite school, UPK, we suffered from 2008 because we told them, we said Barack Obama is not a black man, and it's not like according to God to put him in office. I mean, we damn near got stoned to death down there on 7th and 8th in Washington, D.C. We damn near got stoned because black people was incensed and outraged that we would come out and say that. But we waited. We waited, we taught, and then when he did nothing more, after he bailed out AIG, bailed out Wall Street, remember, he saved every car company. Remember, he gave them a car program, made them car companies rich, gave them all the money they needed to bring themselves back, and did absolutely nothing for black people. Then black people began to look at it, and there we was, standing on the corner saying, we told you he was not for you and your people. That's right. He was not one of us. And black people, Latino people, for their credit, they realized that this time around, and they did not fall for the okie doke when they brought that East Indian in. They brought that East Indian. The minute the air started smelling like curry, they said, "Whoa, this don't smell all this black and Latino."
There's some Indian in it.
That's it, like masala, not curry. We can put it. Like masala, I'm cooking that oil.
China. It's like chickpeas.
But the minute we started seeing that, we pulled back. And we did not trust her after that. And then they, of course, all the lies came out. Go ahead, Salaki.
Salaki, General, if I could, like, so what if black men don't want a woman in charge? Ain't that our choice?
That's right.
And they have a choice to murder babies. Some black women have a choice on who they're going to let be the quote-unquote daddy. They don't say real father can't see the baby, and they won't give the baby a new father or a new mother in the case of them lesbians. So what? Like they make us feel guilty for freedoms everybody else enjoys.
That's right.
Give Chinese people a Chinese senator. They give East Indian people this. They give Ethiopian a this representative. Right down there in Chinatown, DC, where we got the camp, they got full out Chinese police officers to respond in that area. They get Jewish people, Jewish cops. Why the hell we can't get a black man to be in charge of us? You want to make us feel guilty for freedom everybody has. Just give it up to go. Just give it up to go, so that's it's ridiculous at this point.
That's true.
Yeah, I use it.
One more. Go ahead.
I was going to highlight why I believe it's so disgusting when they can't say it, because black men in America, since black people, definitely black men, since the 60s have had almost absolute loyalty to the Democratic Party.
Damn.
And even in this election, around 75% of black male voters voted for Kamala Harris in this election. That's right. And that's kind of low.
Right.
But it's crazy that 70% is low.
That's right.
It's because of all these years, we have had absolute loyalty to that party.
Damn, my God. Damn.
Black men aren't slaves. Black men aren't worried of Kamala Harris because she's a woman. They're not worried about the Democratic Party for whatever stupid reasons people think. They're worried because we vote every year and we still poor.
That's right.
We vote every year and we still scared of racism in America. We vote every year and still worried about what the police going to do to us. Whether or not we can get a job, whether or not we can go to college, we're still worried about the same fundamental basic things that we've been worried about since Martin Luther King.
That's true.
And we vote for the same people every year.
Damn right.
We're skeptical of Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party because they do nothing for you, even though we have absolute loyalty to them. And it's disgusting to blame them for not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman, as if they really care. They care about results, and we don't get no results from these Democrats.
Right. Oh, that's the sound.
Right.
Right. One more time, oh, somebody else trying to jump in?
Just to add to what the captain saying, sir, what he's saying is definitely on point. And as Kazak was saying also too, those men on stage don't represent what Aria is bringing, Captain Aria is bringing up. You understand? These actors, they don't have a problem with money. Benjamin Crump don't have a problem with money.
Right.
He don't care. Whoever gets in office, he's gonna get a check. He does not care. So how the hell do you expect him to come and speak on behalf of you?
Right. I think we lost our thought.
No, he's still there.
Right here. Okay, you blanked out for a second now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
And if I may, sir, like they brought out Beyonce, that came from her $250 million house. You know what I'm saying? And they bought Obama from his mansion in Martha's Vineyard. They come out and tell us how we should vote. He's not a political scientist. He's not any of that. He hasn't went to college or any of those types of things that could, and then they bring out like Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion and all the way down to Usher. You know what I mean? To come out here and tell us who we should vote for. Even Lizzo, they brought Lizzo out of her $15 million mansion to come down here and tell us who we should vote for. And it just shows you how they think of black people. They think of black voters. They think we're children.
Yeah.
We're children that will vote the way that we see Glorilla vote.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And as long as she's shaking and doing what they think that we will like, then that's the way that we should, you know what I mean? They feel that that's the way we should vote. And if we're not voting like that, the way that they want us to vote, then they'll bring, Obama out there to tell us, that we're not doing what we're supposed to do.
Yes, right. You're right. Give it up. You're right.
I just want one last thing, sir.
Yeah, I'll let you in, Marat. Can we stay on that same clip? Not go to nothing else. We just play it from that clip. Once we get in, who's up? Who's jumping in?
Captain Shaq, so there's one last thing just on the celebrities that they was talking about. And it's so crafty, sir. If you look at the celebrities in the last 2 to 3 years, each of them has had some sort of claim on abortion, like Glorilla. She had a song where she said, I'll just go kill the baby. Or had a negative altercation with black men where they were the victors and black men were like the predators and had to be jailed like Megan Thee Stallion. If you look at all of them, like subconsciously they're telling you, turn it back on the black men.
Right. Commissary. Yes, sir.
Am I wrong with y'all? He's literally saying black men are the enemy.
That's it. That's exactly what they're saying. Like that Megan Thee Stallion is a self-confessed liar. She says she lied to Gayle King about having sex with Tory Lanez. He in jail now though. He in jail now for firing a shot that there's no proof that he bullet hit her. But that's a topic for another discussion. But it's down there, the whole agenda was just to go with this feminine flow. And if you go against it, you're gonna be ostracized. Like we supposed to question, did she lock up black men? But when they say we sexist for saying no, she can't be, then it's all truth. Nobody actually comes to black men and say, well, is this true? And does it? But we have to take their truth. The whole thing was just witchcraft.
Mm-hmm. And Fakad Abban Rabban said, Reuben said, like children cleaning their room because Mickey Mouse said so. Ooh, that's true. Give it up for that.
I ain't even interrupt because everybody's jumping so heavy, but it's like, why, like this form is like, it's homosexual too.
Yes.
It's like a very,
they ain't put one decent football player on there.
It's very soft.
Man. Very artsy.
Yeah.
Ariel becoming a lawyer. He know how to use certain words. Hit, but don't fit. Go ahead.
Yes, so that we don't, like we could get our feelings out and not offend anybody with what we want to bring out. And it's just so soft and feminine. It's just like soften this up to just have a woman just leading you. A woman should just be the strategy of war. We should go in.
Our culture is masculine. Our language is masculine. You know what I mean? Everything we do is masculine and feminine in their orders, man. You know what I'm saying? Not all the other nonsense. Who was up? Somebody was up?
I just have a quick question to ask you. Correct me, if I'm wrong. But it's almost like you're saying all of that, right? And I'm thinking they try to bring the spirit of the Christian church to win the White House.
Yeah.
Because in the Christian church, they try to portray women as, as they angelic, immaculate.
Yep.
Like they're the ones that lead in the church. And and all the money coming in there, black men in there, and they're following these black women. So now why not let's try that to see if that will get us in the White House? I don't know. I could be wrong.
You're right. Like they done married the sodomite with the black woman in the church. Both of them are vain as hell, proud and puffed up as hell, but they work together because the black woman lets the sodomite feel like he could eventually be a woman, and the sodomite lets the black woman feel like she can be over a man. She's got what it takes to be over a man. So they work hand in hand together in the same demonic spirit to push any agenda that they come together with. It's only when black men come in and say, nah, we ain't going for that the agenda gets disrupted. The sodomite becomes uncomfortable because he knows he's not doing what he should be doing. The woman becomes uncomfortable because as soon as a man steps in the room, she can feel his authority pushing up against her. And she does not like that authority, even though in her subconscious, the Lord built her to be attracted to that. It's so evil. It's like these women repel the spirit that the Lord made them attracted to.
That's
Which
right.
makes them a cold-hearted, loud-mouthed, stressed-out monster when it comes to issues pertaining to us.
Stressed
And that's
out
what makes
monster.
us a different kind of human being. And then you got a Christian monster. Now you do.
Christian
Of course,
monster.
A homosexual is trying his best to be a woman. And the representation of a woman in this society is the rudest, nastiest, evilest bitch like they have in church. So then he becomes that and tries to use that feminine energy to empower himself, prancing down the street, saying smart ass shit to people that talk to him, That's a demon on. But the masculine spirit brings calm and order to the whole nation. And that's what the Lord is raising up, which is why black men can front all you want, you can act all you want. You gonna raise this nation up. You ain't got a choice. You have to join into the body and fix the nation, or we'll just keep going downhill, where the Lord is waiting. He's sitting up there watching. And we'll just keep going down into the grave until we decide we can't do this no more. We got to change direction. You must be a man, because that's who God is dealing with. He said the head of the woman is the man. The head of man is God. He's not dealing with no homosexual. The Lord is praying for 100,000 angels every night. The Lord didn't give us 100,000 angels and ran that East Indian out of office. They said, go ahead.
He gave Donald Trump 100,000 extra votes.
Every what they call it, battleground, 100 to 200,000 more in every battleground state. Beat the brakes off of. You want to hear something that I just heard today? Somebody brought this out today. They said that the Amish came out and voted in Pennsylvania. 100,000 Amish came out, took Donald Trump, blew her out the water, because the Amish, the milking the cow Amish with the horse and buggy, said, bitch, we don't want you at all. And buggy motherfuckers came out. I just tell you right there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got no TV. They must have read it in the paper like. Yes. I must have said, oh, there's an election going on today. Yes, let's get taking a horse down to the election. 100,000 of them came out and shut and blew, and that's how he won the state. That's how he beat it in the state. But he only won by like I want to say 200,000, something like that. The Amish gave him 100,000 over the top. But then he got the 28% of the blacks, who knocked him right up. Latinos knocked him right on that. Once again, I'm not here to promote Donald Trump or congratulate his stupidity whatsoever. My issue is way bigger than this election. My issue is us. Our people, our nation, our troubles, our problems, and those that use and abuse and handle us in such a vile, disgusting way with no repercussions, man. You understand? That send us backwards 10 times. You understand? The richest country in the world. You understand? With land everywhere. We got land in 3 time zones in this country. And then you sit up there and tell us, it's not enough food, there's not enough money to be made, there's not enough land. When the whole damn Midwest is unoccupied. Whole Appalachian Mountains is unoccupied pretty much. You understand? This land is not even really occupied that much. You understand? You can go 20 minutes outside of any major city and you in the damn woods down there. That's a damn lie. You can grow food, build houses, grow trees. There's plenty of money here. They've been cutting trees down since the goddamn Pilgrims got here. They ain't cutting no trees down. You ain't see Georgia Pacific paper. You ever hear about them saying we might be going out of business because we done cut down all the trees? Hell no. They logging going on like it's yesterday. Like it ain't never stopped. There's plenty here. This land here got plenty. But they give us the illusion that it's not here so that we can be convinced to be dumb enough to murder our babies in the abortion clinic and dumb enough to think that we have to somehow help our sons to become homosexuals. You know, for everybody to be happy and peaceful and be respected and loved. Get the hell out of here, man. They destroy black men, now they want to destroy their sons and they want to kill their babies. And anybody that can't see that, you dumb and stupid as hell.
Right.
This is real quick, if I may. Yeah, I was just watching a video earlier when they was mentioning it just go based off of what you said about plenty of land. Well, Elon Musk, right? Yeah. He just went outside of Texas, and he bought about 1,000 acres of land, okay, for his SpaceX and what used to be Twitter, so he can set it up there. So if you imagine, it's right outside of Austin. He has the ability to buy all this land, and then America says it has no money. Yet until in this empire, so many homeless people. You know, how you gonna vote for this the greatest empire?
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. Go charge up the phone. Have a good night.
And